4 of Island Raid, and we're going to take a look first to see what all has changed. Looking at us, not much. This has been a 3v1 situation for the past 24 hours, and to say there's been a lot of fighting here, it'd be an understatement. Thanks to everything that is going on, we are still currently holding 7th place in overall kills. Pods has slipped down a little bit, and so has H-Loon, but as you can see, we've gotten quite a bit of those kills. I'm not sure if Too Hot or LTF have made it onto the list. Let's take a look real quick. Not quite, but we have been fighting all three of them fairly equally, and I'll go over some reports on those later. First things first, let's take a look at the other islands. I'm curious to see if there's been any change in this. Okay, first thing I notice is that DHX doesn't have any space over on this side anymore in order to allow Boone to touch the level 8. Completely understand that. When this thing unlocks tomorrow, I imagine it's going to be absolute chaos here. So that'll be interesting to watch. But all in all, no additional movement along that line. SPEC has cut themselves back, it appears. And there appears to be quite a bit of fighting between SPEC. Oh, hey, we got a rally. We've got... with these kind of rallies, it's really hard to tell how well it's doing on basic attacks alone, because Carrie and Julia's skill damage is pretty substantial, but they have no basic attack damage to speak of. Let's just run the numbers. I saw a 16 and a 20, and they're cutting Thunder's healing substantially. So I think if SPEC can control the field and stop allowing reinforcements to come in, they're just swarming this base because the tower isn't built yet, and it will be built here in 45 seconds, and we're going to watch how many people didn't click that button. So we'll watch this for the next 30 seconds, and then we'll move. Two, one, and so many people automatically left, and it's going to get burned. Wow, it didn't immediately drop, was already an issue. And the trades on it are still fairly even. That doesn't make any sense. But you saw 8 or 9 people still aren't clicking that garrison after build, so please make sure you're doing that for your own towers. It's going to save you a lot of headache. Now, we know SPEC is fighting there. It doesn't appear as if... Oh, hold on. Mink just burned RPG's tower back here by themselves. Great job, Mink. RPG is really on the back foot right now. And it'd be very easy for Mink to build another flag right around in this area, connect this, and take over the rest of the territory. But they're already burning this one here. So they've won the territory back from RPG. So kudos to Mink for doing as well as they're doing. This is impressive. And someone went in there and started garrisoning it. It's automatic defeat because he pulled out. Is there any other fighting going on? H&B is still kind of holding off right now, it seems like. Waiting on the level 8 to open, which 100% makes sense. Granted, they have enough points. I don't think they're truly worried about it. They have 7 billion points more than any other alliance, and they have more than DHX and Boone combined. So it'll be very interesting to see how the level 8 fight goes. Will they try and make it a... will HMB try and take it first and make it a defensive match, or do they think they can take either alliance one-on-one? So, be interesting to see. Now, let's take a look at G2. And BTW has been pushed back. Now, BTW did go ahead and build around to a bunch of other locations. So they've taken another level 6 and a level 7, guaranteeing them second place regardless of what happens. But that's still got to be a pretty hefty blow to not have been able to pierce ROK. All in all, ROK and BTW deserve to be in G1 next time around. They've definitely earned it. There was quite a bit of fighting around here with ROK trying to push back HNT. I witnessed a rally on this one with BTW trying to counter rally it, and ROK was still taking very good trades from that. I would love to see that report. And all in all, this has been first 2 islands, very impressive. Very good amount of combat. I'm just loving it. Still confused as to what AOW is doing. They have a defensive structure around their level 7. They're not going to lose that. They're not building anything else. Evil hasn't built much of a flag since day 2. They've kind of just kept in their own space. I imagine they've just been field fighting, helping out ROK. LM4S has taken the level 6 from NDPC, leaving a lot of their territory completely gone. Olymp is not allowed to play anymore. I'll be curious to see if HNT or BTW make a push. It looks as if HNT was building to to cut them off. So it's very possible that they would try to get ROK to fight on 2 fronts oh, hey Smoke Alt, good to see you. My my voice is working this time, right? I haven't been wasting the last 10 minutes. I hope. So we have BTW probably going to make another push for the level 8 at some point. Well, I'd start it right after. Maybe I need to wait a little bit before I start the update. We can take a look at G1 real quick again. DHX has given up space to Boone so that Boone can touch the level 8. Personally, I believe HNB would be better off trying to take the level 8 and then defending it as opposed to going on offense. Because honestly, I think HNB can take double rallies from both of them. It will be interesting to see how many troops they have left, honestly, because they are currently they are currently 7 billion kills ahead of anyone else, and well above their counterparts. So I'm wondering exactly how many troops they have left. Because even whales have limits. But despite that, there's still some other fighting going on if you wanted to go check it out. RPG is getting their space taken away from them by Mink, and they're in the process of losing this tower as well, so they will lose all of this territory. I don't think... Yep, you push them all the way back to the level 6, and there's still a couple of shelters out here you can get some resources from whenever they finally fall. So, I mean, kudos for pushing them back, RPG. They had experience over you, but you definitely had power over them. And there's still this fighting down here in the south side of the map. SPEC was trying to push back Hot 9 while it was building, but it wasn't go. Oh, I know how RPG operates, so I'm perfectly fine with that. They're not bullies, but they would have tried to cut you off if you hadn't done the same to them. So you ended up on top. It's just a matter of playing the game. Anyways, on to G3. I am curious how G3 is going, since they've had a lot slower gameplay, and LAS had a lot of fighting. I believe they were in the top 10 as well. LAS is now touching CSWU again. I'll be curious to see if they try and push them back again, because they did cut them off here, and I think they have the troops left to be able to take that 7 from them. However, Ping and K815 are still both on top of them. Just by where the shelters are, it seems like it's been a back and forth here. So, Lion, perfectly happy farming. TK84, it doesn't look like they're going to build down to this level 6 just yet. However, it would be very easy to port in and try to. TK84, WT1 has their alliance resource thing here. Looks like they're trying to make a skull shape with pigtails. That's funny. But based on how they're set up, it doesn't look like they're going to play much longer, if at all. R137, like a maze right now. K815, it looks like they're going to be given the level 8. So it appears as if the lines have been drawn here. So, onward. Yeah, G4, just to go over it again, not much has changed. It's from yesterday. It's still very much a 3v1 situation. I'm not sure we're going to be able to push to that level 8. LTF and H-Lone just have too many troops left that we can't really do much about. I would love to say we could. Plus, we got Pompeii in the morning. We got 10.5 hours until Pompeii starts, which, honestly, one of the worst changes I've seen. I would rather it be in the middle of Dark Seal when you've only been fighting for a day than be fighting for pretty much 3.5 or 4 full days before playing Pompeii with so many troops dead, and it's a mess. Pods really hasn't built much since yesterday. WoW has not been able to move forward all that much. DH hasn't pushed back to the level 7 yet, I'm sure. I don't think they're done yet, though. RVSS has the level 7. They're not doing too much either, because everyone's got enough cement to build right now, so it's a choice not to. And to round out the top 5, we have G5. G5, solid in the hands of 147A. Just like it was yesterday, RIP is not allowed to play. They have their farming spots around the backside, but nothing else. KQST is no longer allowed to play either. Syndicate has 766, and while they're touching that territory, they've got no one down here to actually try and take it, so it doesn't look like they're going to try. Then you've got 210T who've taken 2 6s and a 7. Edge with a 6 and a 7, and then Hunter x Hunter is not allowed to play. I really don't know what this whole line thing is. Just a additional buffer in case Hunter x Hunter tries to build straight down, which I don't see that happening. So, look like 1, 2, 3, 4 alliances completely locked out from being able to play, which is sad. Anyways, so now if there's any other regions you would like me to check out during the stream, please let me know. I will try and keep the coughing to a minimum, but I'm doing the best that I can at this point. That is hilarious. Who knew you could read asterisks? It's funny, I can actually read that. Now. Oh no. I would love to be able to fight just a little bit more. I need to find a way to get 3.5 million more points, but I have a bit of a problem. I've got little to no resources left. I was going to make a decent push out of this one because of how good the matchmaking was, but alas, I'm tapped. I've got these bags, but I've been avoiding using those right now, and my hospital is completely full. I actually did lose a few troops based on the system because of full capacity, but it does let you know that, hey, if you lose troops based on the hospital being full, that same portion of them will still get sent to the aid station. So you still have that to look forward to. My aid station has 133,000 since my hospital filled up. And thankfully, I will be able to use these troops that are in this hospital during Pompeii. Otherwise, I wouldn't have much left. I do wonder. I want to check that out now. Pompeii, does it include... other rules? It doesn't. Okay. You may use all of your squads, included wounded units in the shelter's hospital. Wounded units and healing statuses caused by the battle will not affect the statuses of the squads in your hospital shelter. So it doesn't look like the aid station has been added to it yet, so I only get the 600,000 some odd units that are in my... Jessica and Envy came up there? Yeah, how are the... Yeah, Red Bull just doesn't care. He'll fight anyone. How's the personal? You got the two big fighters from ROK. Hans, understandably taking the top spot. Surprised Envy isn't a little bit higher on this. BTW Bay and LeBron really pushing a lot of BTW's kills. Safe Me, definitely understand that, especially after the first day. I haven't seen Dragon Scale fight. I know I've seen you fight. I know Whiskey Dog and Samuel. Envy, Red Bull. I do not know who you are or you. Eastwood I recognized. East Food. Oh, what is with all of the cats? There's a lot of cat profile pictures lately. Maybe it's just because I'm seeing them all in HLN. I would love to say that we had any of our members up here in the top, but nope. Pods has had a player up here, and that's just because he's just killing pretty much indiscriminately. Did he have his shelter rallied or something like that? I'm just curious how he got up here. Z. Sad little 75 million kills. Man, I wish I had money. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I'm gonna need you when this is all said and done. And we'll see what happens on the last day. We got 21 hours left. Here, let me open up my Discord. Okay, sorry about that. And really don't know what all to show you this time around. I still want to check out that 170s. This jumped up to... Okay, no. Okay, so DNTN, SOAR, and GBU are all around the level 8. It is hard to say what's going to happen with this. Hey, cretfish. They're slow building around this side, and DNT isn't doing anything about it, so maybe there's already been a decision of what's going to happen here. KT48 is not allowed to play. PHDD and SOAR have told Fucked that they are indeed their own name. Pond is not allowed to play. What are y'all talking about? Did you expect anything different? These shelters that have 40, 50 million might but no kills are just designed to feed the whale. That's it. They're not there for anything else. It's got to be a sad existence. Anyways. Here we go. Where was... Oh, they were up there. Never mind. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Only one alliance is doing much here. That's Zard. Q250 not playing. RESD not playing. Lost. Q50 got cut off. Lost is circling the level 7, but it doesn't look like they're going to take it. ID not playing. 17 not playing. LRDT has the 2 level 6s, but otherwise that's it. So this is what we're used to. This was the kind of islands that we're used to, where a couple of alliances decide the entire thing, and it's pretty much over by the second or third day. But the fact that the top 5 are still going at it is awesome. I love this. Man, I wish I could go, actually hunt zombies or something without losing troops. The woes of a full hospital. On that note, I need to see what they're doing about the creator task. Because I believe it ended yesterday. Technically, yesterday. Anyways. Let's take a look at the rest of the top 10 while we're sitting here. Check out our buddy's X-War. Hal is definitely controlling this one. Devil, not allowed to play. Gurk is not allowed to play. TH2R, definitely not allowed to play. X-War's taken their 6 and their 7, but they haven't done anything else. And there doesn't appear to be any fighting down here, so the decisions have already been made for this region, without a doubt. Not 6, 7. This one's pretty much been decided as well. TH45 has kept OXO from being able to play. TBF is not allowed to play. NZRB is not really doing much, and neither is FX3, but TH45 controls a good portion of the map. What level 46 has their own spaces. 59E is built all the way down to OXO's level 6, and then you have TH45 completely surrounding the 8 by themselves. So, already been decided there. D-Day and ND21 I recognize. Let's see how they're all doing. PXL, I've seen them before, but they're not doing anything this time. Rise is sitting here in their own space. It looks like they've been fighting a 2v1 over here around their level 6, but based on the amount of shelters sitting around it, it hasn't been as hectic lately. Oh, D-Day is also over here, that's why they're split up. So, it looks like 3v1. With shot fighting on 2 fronts. LSS1, Shot, and D-Day all pushing against Rise. Then you have technically some contact from D-Day on the level 8, but otherwise it's ND21 with it. And Buck is its name, 100%. So while there may be some fighting around here, it looks as if the point values have already been decided. He's going to come out and he's going to hit Dr. Disrespect again. Yeah, you're doing pretty well with T6 kills. I get myself into too many fights that I shouldn't be fighting. Oh, damn. Scared of what? Take that. Move on to the next map. We just looked at G8. Let's take a look at G9. Our buddies AOA in this one. Curious to see how well they're doing. You have TFW with the only flags that are allowed to touch. Triple U has been pushed way back. They had space all the way up to the level 8 and they got pushed back hard. Who had these flags down here? PHX. They have been denied entirely. 1004. CRB1 is doing okay. More doing okay. I'm not gonna say that. Has their level 6. AOA has their 6 and their 7. Are they doing anything with it? I imagine if they were going to fight with it, they would need to build around this side in order to be able to cut off some space, but it doesn't look like they're going to be against them. Hold on, just one moment.
This is Kirishima.
No, that's it. Okay, well, looks like that one's been fairly decided, which is kind of sad to see. The top 5 are doing so well as far as activity, but the next 5 appear to have already been decided by today, which, while it's very standard, I was hoping to see a little bit more. Laughter has made their little Galaga creation here, and not moving any further. K and QS, I am really surprised that they've been stopped as hard as they have been. I think they may be merged with another alliance, but I've seen them fight before, and I know they should be doing better. SG8 definitely having a good portion of the map here. They're holding on to second. Ankled has been controlling this side of the map for the most part. Z26G, it appears they're down here to take over space from cores. However, there's no rallies going on right now. Maybe they're waiting for Ankled to get down here so that they can help. Of the top 5, things seem to have slowed down. I'll be much happier when I can get all my heroes back. Hold on, how was that fight? Damn. Yeah, he had no business fighting you. What did he bring to the field? 261,000 mix of infantry and riders. Don't do this. Don't. Even if you're using commanders that can buff both units, don't. Pick one, stick with it. In this case, you could have run riders just fine with her talents. But because you decided to stick with a mix of both, you get the worst of both. No HP from the riders, so your heals aren't as good. And because you came in with full hospitals, your troops are dying. I would love to, but no. I'll keep the rest of my troops for garrisons as needed, and anything I lose, I lose. I'll sit out the next island if I have to. Maybe I'll just time all of the rest of my appointments to be during island next time. That way I can focus on recovering my resources and myself. Why would we need to go to Legion of Fenrir? Anyways. And I want to say that in the World Channel as well. Nope, don't mess with my screen. Let's see. Probably need to make sure that I can actually see these. Man. Oh, on that note, team's been decided. Okay. You're brand new, aren't you? Just crossed 1,000,000. This is an all-region channel. Send your message in the region, look for an alliance. You're only at 338, so despite you're not in an alliance, which means you probably got kicked out for inactivity, and you just hopped back in. Yeah, Pompeii's going to be interesting tomorrow. I have a feeling we'll be on the defensive. Because we're leaving Z, Kev, and Catboy behind to handle defenses. And that's going to hurt. Because they handle our defenses in the game. Really don't know how my rating even compares to the rest of these people, but okay, we have someone that reached out. And tomorrow I need to go through my friends list. And I'm in. Need to take part in all these events or else I'm going to lose out on a lot of free stuff. I still have explosives. I don't know what they're for. We're really punishing them. Nice job, Madrek Ves? Good lord. Madrkeeves. That's what I'll go with. Correct? Good lord, I cannot type today. Oh. I believe those items come from Russell. Limit on the I know I recognize you. I haven't seen a Russell's event for a while, and they're still gonna do Dark Seal next week. Thankfully, with it being another Thunder, I can just sit this one out. I don't need to use any additional resources to try and keep up with anyone. Let's go take a look and see if Mink has finished off RPG's space or not. And they have. And now the marching to destroy shelters should begin if they haven't already. Yep, look at them all. I haven't hit this one yet, so likely rallying it, maybe? Yeah, Mink is making sure that RPG moves all the way back. And there was a bit of fighting going on down here as well. Let's see if that is still going on. It is not. wonder what Cozy's gonna try and do. They're building a wall against Cozy, so I can't tell if they're planning on trying to defend against them or push back. Or push with them. So yeah, don't really know what's going on there. Hot 9 is definitely not fighting HMB at all. ROK has troops out on the field. That person's getting some lap practice in. Yep. Yeah, otherwise, I don't really know what else is going to be going on here. You're just waiting for that final push for BTW and HNT against ROK. So, other than that, I really don't know what else they plan on doing. G3. G3, not a lot going on right now. Everyone's just kind of licking their wounds from all the fighting they've been doing so far, it seems like. Cannot blame them in the slightest. Ooh. That is so tempting. Personally don't have the troops for it. I would love to say that I do, but I don't. Let me check out G5 really quick. I forgot how low GTR is. They still have elite executioners to kill. Is 210 fighting edge? interesting choice in Lewis Catherine, but I mean, it's maximizing as much rage generation as possible, so I really can't complain about the option. Between Catherine's 4th skill and Lewis's 4th skill, that's a lot of rage generated from skills and basic attacks. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. 140, 280, plus another 208 seconds. Likely won't be 8 seconds, so 150 in 6 seconds. You're looking at 430 with 2 skills and 6 seconds of combat, which you get another 100 for basic attacks. So yeah, that's a 6-second skill cycle. So yeah, that's a lot of skill damage. However, he would be doing a lot better if he wasn't hitting either of the Toms. He should be hitting that Liam. Yep, 2 Haunt is going to be taking H-Loons level 6, which means they're going to take that second place. They're going to take the lead on it. Yep. Yep, hello to YouTube. I mean, yeah, because let's face it, LTF definitely put up a harder fight than 2 Hot did against us. In terms of, even in terms of raw power, where is he at? EXXP, I think, is his name. Was a much harder hitter than anyone from 2 Hot by a mile. I don't remember seeing Envoy or Shaq Fu on the map too much. Chow Fun, solid. Rise Against, not so much. Yeah, I am curious. 5732. Trying to think. Yeah, Chow Fun's more prone to hit tier 5 and tier 6 than his leader is. Envoy's a mix. Shaq Fu's primarily tier 4. But then again, this is a 226 region, so they haven't really been they're not able to fight against a lot of tier 6 players other than the ones that immigrated down there with them. So which we expected. Then H-Loon will... Yeah, if we get pushed out of our spot for any reason, LTF will get moved up, so I think their goal is to try and get LTF third place. So if H-Loon does manage to take R7, LTF and RVSS will get pushed up to third and fourth, taking us out of it. And pick one to start. Aren't. Honestly, if we built down to take WoW 6, when he wakes up, shouldn't be long. I don't get why that's smart. They should be on equal footing. Or are there tier 6 out? Well, as much as I would love to stay and hang out with the rest of the stream, the medicine that I've been taking for the last 24 hours has been making me drowsy, to say the least. And with not a lot going on, I figure what I can do is try and get some rest tonight, be awake for Pompeii in the morning, and try and get on stream as soon as the level 8s open up at reset. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I apologize for cutting this stream a little bit short. Thank you, SmokeAlt, for sticking around for all of my streams. I definitely appreciate it. And hopefully I'll be around to watch all the fighting once it opens tomorrow. We've got a little under 21 hours before Dead Ruins open, and I've got to be up for Pompeii. So I'm going to cut this off here. thank you all for joining me this evening. If you have any regions you want me to check out the fighting for tomorrow, let me know, and I will try and catch them before they finish. But I will be focusing on the top 2 regions with ROK, BTW, and HNT in Region 2, and DHX, Boone, and HMB in Region 1. So, if you'd like me to deviate from either of those, please let me know ahead of time. But with that, this is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, signing off.